If you've ever found yourself deliberating over a decision, be it in your business or in your life, stay tuned, because in the next couple of minutes, my intention is to share with you a simple, if not necessarily easy, method for getting to the heart of making the right decision. What most people do when they're deliberating over a decision is they focus on the practicalities. What is the decision itself? Is it right or is it wrong? What we don't do is focus on the intention behind the decision, and that's where I believe the truth lies. I can break intention down into its simplistic form. Humans do things for two reasons. We do things to avoid pain or avoid loss, in which case it's a fear-based decision. We're moving away from something. Or we do things to to gain pleasure. We're moving towards something, and that can be categorized as a love-based decision. Let me give you a couple of examples of why intention is far more important than the decision itself. My shepherd's hut just arrived last week, untamed, off-grid. I'm very excited about it. It's been a project about a year in the making. During that process, there's been lots of times when I've been very deliberate and intentional with my decision making. I haven't rushed into anything because I knew that rushing in would have been coming from a place of fear and avoiding stagnation. And being intentional and methodical was the right thing to do. That was coming from a place of love. More recently, however, I've also not made decisions, but they have come from a place of fear. It's because of procrastination and the fear of making a mistake. And in which case, inaction was the wrong thing to do. Staying in a relationship versus leaving a relationship. I get this a lot. What should I do? Which is the best course of action? Well, that depends on the intention. If you want to leave a relationship because that person holds a mirror up to some of your insecurities that you don't want to have to face, then leaving that relationship is not coming from the right place. It's coming from a place of fear. Meanwhile, staying in the relationship, if you're staying in it because you don't want to feel alone and you don't want to feel rejected and judged by other people, that's not the right reason to stay in a relationship either, because that is coming from a place of fear. What about challenging conversations? We have them all the time in our business, whether it's with clients, colleagues, whatever. Having a challenging conversation or not is not the question we should be asking. The question we should be asking is, what's the reason behind having or avoiding that challenging conversation? If you avoid having a challenging conversation because you don't like feeling icky and you don't like creating conflict and you want to be a people pleaser, that's coming from a place of fear and therefore not from the right place. If, however, you avoid having the challenging conversation in that moment because you know you're not in the best state and you want to ground yourself and center yourself, collect your thoughts, and then have it at a better time, that is the right decision, the right reason for not having that challenging conversation. So each and every time, the intention is where you should be paying attention, not the practicalities. So next time you find yourself deliberating or wrestling over a decision, just dig underneath the practicalities of the decision itself and ask what the intention would be behind making or not making that decision. And that is where the magic lies.